collection, and I am moved very specifically when I hear someone like Tasha sing or see Lindsay perform or just all the things. And then, you know, Tony's New Year's Eve song, just so cool. And I could just see everyone's personality in each of the presentations. And I really loved the complicated ones and the simplified versions of each and every song. What a beautiful collection. And I think it just worked so well together. Honestly, like besides my 90s R&B stuff, this would be the only other Christmas album I would want to play a lot. I'm more of a Christmas movie girl than I am listening to it for a whole month on the radio, believe it or not. Like, you know, I feel like Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Can we just say that? Okay, so just need to get that out there. So I'm much more, yeah, this album really touched me. And so I'm so grateful that Always in the Club made it happen.
Well, and you know what, it goes back to what you said about having the life and learning about your gift and everything and adding the life you've lived. I think that happens with all your co-stars as well, and who end up on this album. It brings a whole new meaning, even though they were fabulous when they were teenagers. This is just fabulous too, you know, as adults.
You can hear a depth. Yeah, you can hear the depth, and it makes me proud just in that sisterly way, you know, like not patronizing at all, just literally like, oh my, listen to you. It was wonderful to hear.
I know it's still on iTunes, so everybody go download it, and you got a couple more weeks. Just wear it out, everybody.
Yeah,
it does not get old. It does not get old. Well, you have something very special happening. I believe it is Saturday, December 18th, and you're bringing the joy of Christmas music to everyone. So tell us about that.
Yes. So in the last few concerts, let me back up. So I do virtual concerts. I try to do them monthly. And right now they are via Stage It. And it is in there together, really no bells and whistles. It's just all of us in there enjoying some music together. But we also, it's a benefit concert because the goal is to raise money for charities. And I specify what they are in the tickets and the content and stuff when I promote them. And I have recently in the last few concerts moved more to talking more in the show versus just, let's say 8 songs. We do like 4 songs and then give room so that everyone can speak with each other, but I can watch the chats and I can answer questions and talk with everyone. And it's made me feel so much better as well. I'm hoping, you know, the audience has seemed to really enjoy more of that interaction. And so we will have a very similar style of concerts on Saturday, December 18th. It is already on sale. You can find it on my Instagram, link in bio. It's very easy to find. If you just Google something like Jennifer McGill Stage It, you can find me wherever all of that is promoted. But I'll be singing about 4 Christmas songs. And it's going to be very special because you're getting this sneak preview of my first 2021 family Christmas tree reveal, where I have opened up, let's say my mail, my home, to Christmas ornaments and accessories for a tree that my fans would like to give me. And I think it's because I want to really take Christmas back for all of the years that I didn't feel emotionally well enough to put up a tree, and I know I'm not alone. And so to me, if I can be this beacon of this is our tree, I feel like if other people are having hard Christmases and holiday seasons, you know, the older we get, there is potentially more loss. And I think that if I can let people know that I recognize that I am a place where that is okay to have during Christmas, to share those feelings and to have a safe space, maybe we can celebrate together and sort of memorialize this tree as every year something we can depend on and find joy in together. And that's the truth. Otherwise, I might not have done a lot this year for Christmas. You know, it's just one of those, I don't have a lot of time. Maybe this isn't the year to decorate. This really, pardon the pun, lit me up.
That's a great idea.
I just, you know, anything that I do online, I want it to be a community thing. It doesn't feel right if it's just for me. And so this tree is for me, but it wouldn't have been enough if it were just for me.
Right, right.
It's our tree, our family Christmas tree.
I love that. You know, we lost my dad 4 years ago on December 20th. So yeah, holidays are, I get what you're saying. And I think that's fabulous. And I think it's a place where everyone can come together. One thing I do want to point out though, it's too late for your Christmas concert, but you do take fan requests and everything at these concerts, right? Like you ask for their input. Yeah.
I do. Yeah. It's very casual. You know, there's not like a form you have to fill out,
Right.
but you know, if you come upon a concert or if you know who I am and what I do and ever want to message me or comment on any post, hey, I have a request. I usually take an image capture of it. If I don't respond right away, I keep a list. Yeah. And so I love doing requests because again, it feels like this is a community thing versus I'm just going to go do the songs I want. You know, I
Right.
really don't get on these concerts to just sing what I want. Maybe that's for karaoke, but for this,
Yeah.
I want it to be something that people want to show up and be a part of. So yeah, song requests are always awesome. And it's not too late if you want to send an ornament, because again, even if it doesn't make it on the tree by the 18th, this tree is staying up in my home for as long as I can keep it up, you know, probably through January, and your ornament will be unpacked. It'll be lovingly packed in and then unpacked here to display, and it'll have 2021 on it. I will know that it's from this year. And so if you want my PO box, you just have to message me in many, you know, all the different ways you can get a hold of me. Just say, I want to give you an ornament. Please let me know how, and I'll send you my PO box. So
That's amazing.
That's open. Yeah.
That's amazing. And you'll have that forever to remember.
Yes.
My mom used to collect those spoons, you know, like, yes. And she had this massive collection. And I said, Mom, somebody thought of you in all of those places. So it's kind of like that. You'll have all the different ornaments to remember. Right.
And that's how it started with me, was that my mother and I would have these ornaments that we'd collect with all of our travels through the Mickey Mouse Club years. And then if I would go somewhere or if she went somewhere, it just, we'd start collecting. It's like someone thought of this moment and thought of you and wanted to commemorate this moment. And it's turned into, you know, ever so often I will create an ornament to remember something that happened that year, you know? And so ornaments to me are very powerful. They help remind me every year of events in the past, almost like it's just an ornament version of the photo album.
Right, a scrapbook.
You know, a scrapbook.
Yeah.
You know, I literally get out my marker and I'm like, this is the date, this is what this is for, this is who gave it to me. You know, I make sure I document it, because that's just one of my favorite things to do, is to remember. I love remembering things. I do.
That's amazing. So when it comes to buying for other people, are you still out on Christmas Eve at 4 o'clock before the stores close, or are you weeks in advance, or are you, here's a gift card, you know?
Right. Well, you know, I would say these days I'm more of a, let me draw you something, let me sing you something, let me, you know, create some kind words on a card type of lady, because I've sort of gone into more of this minimalist vibe. I'm not standing here or sitting here and saying like, I don't have a bunch of vases on a table or anything.
Okay.
No, I don't want to clutter, you know, I don't want to clutter up someone else's life unless I know that's exactly what they love.
Right.
And I would say that most of my family, and I do actually have a large family and extended family, no one really does presents anymore. And so I'm sort of off the hook.
That's nice.
But if I had to, I just don't think I'd be out. I never was out at the 11th hour. I either did it way in advance, or I'll just draw you something, you know, I'll just play it. That's how that goes. Yeah. So yeah, no, I love to plan. So yeah, I would have had it all wrapped up, pardon the pun again, early. I would have, yes.
Well, one of the gifts you keep on giving is now you share everything you've learned with younger children, adults. You do a lot of teaching about vocal and performances. How is that rewarding to you nowadays?
You know, I do come from a family of teachers, and this just happens to be my version of education, and it is packed with emotion. which is maybe why I love it so much. It's mostly a one-on-one coaching and mentoring life that I lead. And so what found me, what God gave to me in my lifetime of career opportunity is this very special time when I'm now an executive at an artist development preparatory program, a company. And so, I wear a lot of hats because I want to, because there is a piece of me that loves to help keep everyone organized. There is a piece of me that wants to pour into people and their insecurities and what they need to know that will help them earlier in life than maybe what I came to know later in life. I want to help protect people, but also strengthen them. And so, and then I teach, then I actually do like voice lessons and, help edit videos and help with stage performance. And so I feel that I'm all of those people. And this time and this career in artist development is serving that purpose very greatly. I don't think I would have stayed in it had I not felt so much purpose and satisfaction in the work. And so I get to fill my days organizing artists, mentoring artists, teaching artists, encouraging artists, hand-holding artists. And to me, it's almost like I'm serving a part of my childhood as well. The types of children I grew up around and the struggles we had and the questions we had, I'm helping a next generation organize and work through that maybe more efficiently than we were just trying to feel around in the dark with half of the stuff because we didn't know anybody like us.
Right.
So I feel like I'm helping, and there's nothing else I'd rather be doing. I mean, I can say with 100% confidence, I don't want to be like a Whitney Houston anymore. I love the stage. I will never be afraid of getting up in front of thousands of people and singing my butt off and doing that. But it doesn't bring me satisfaction because I no longer need that identity or any kind of accolade from that. I know what I am and I know what I do, but this means something deeper to me, as well as my family. Mentoring and encouraging and being friends with and pen pals with and talking with my family means more to me than singing to people I don't know in a arena, which is also very cool. It's just like, but it's just a moment. And I feel like now I'm on this like full purpose life track. And so, yeah, I am perfectly satisfied. Crazy. It's crazy. Like I'm finally here, finally.
No, I love that you are taking care of people and you are someone to look out for them. Because I think a lot of times in the industry, people want to work with you based on what they can get out of it. And and you're out there looking out for people who may not know that, so, or be naive to that. So that's right. Amazing. It's amazing you're doing that. Okay, that being said, and we know how professional and how much great advice you give, little Billy and little Susie all have their Christmas plays coming up and their church pageants. What's one or two things you can pass on to them to let them enjoy the moment and not be so nervous about it?
Yes. So to start with, the specific vocal technique I teach, I've named it 1, 2, 3, no fear. Specifically because the number one factor in not having fun in your performance is the fear. It's just overwhelming distraction from fear of the unknown. What are people going to think of me? Am I going to remember my words? Is my skirt going to stay on right? Am I going to fall down? My voice, oh, I feel like I'm going to crack. I mean, we've all thought of those things. Like anyone who's trying to do some sort of performance, we have all of that fear of the unknown. So that being said, my number one tip is practice, practice, practice. Just like in sports, your body has to go through the motions over and over and over again so that it almost thinks faster than you do. Because on stage, that's different than how you've rehearsed. Usually, we don't necessarily rehearse all the time on the stage that we're about to do our performance on. We do it at home or like in a classroom or just somewhere different. And so knowing that that your muscle memory is ready, that you have sung those lyrics, standing up, looking out with hand motions and pop quizzing yourself, that's my number one tip, because that's how I had to do it. My Achilles heel, believe it or not, is lyrics after the 90s.
Wow.
So
Wow.
anything like college and on, I just am like, do I remember? Do I know these words? And it is my biggest fear. And so if that is yours as well, practice, practice, practice. If your body knows it on default, your brain can be more open to enjoy the moment and interact with your audience. Number two, you have to start taking care of yourself off stage and not just worry about warming up, hydrating, eating the right things, having any kind of breath control, like breathing endurance, the day of the show. You need to drink lots of water. You need to avoid the things you're allergic to. You need to not go to the games and yell until you're hoarse. Like whatever that is, you need to not overdo all of that, 2 weeks before the show, just so that you have your routine is set and your body is ready to really support you when you get up there and you're nervous and you're sweating or you've got dry throat. That's all expected. So my two biggest tips are all about navigating your distractions and minimalizing any of the variables, all these big words, right? Minimalizing all of the things that your own self could get in your way, so that you can just be smooth and open and enjoy the performance. And let me tell you this, number three, is a side note, mostly in your first performances, you just may remember being nervous and you may forget words and you may stumble and you may giggle. I've done all of that stuff. Sometimes it takes the 5th time or the 10th time to feel like you're really on your feet and you know what you're doing. Don't be mad at yourself. Give yourself the grace and the patience that you're up there just trying to bring joy to an audience and you're doing the best you can. That is huge for your aftercare.
Right, right. Well, and parents and grandparents are very forgiving,
We just want to see you up there and like
Right.
doing the best you can. Like, this isn't American Idol and this isn't some big record deal, but all of these things still apply to that.
Right, right, right. But just have fun.
Yeah.
We're coming off a couple really tough years. And hopefully, fingers crossed, 2022 is better. Do you make New Year's resolutions for yourself? And if so, what are some of the things you're hoping for in 2022?
I have, well, usually probably not, but I have very beautiful and next level plans for next year.
Awesome.
I have a vision of a next nest, like a next homing place for me that's going to bring me closer to certain friends and family. I have a vision of a book that has to do with artist development. I have a vision of overall health. I am getting back into Orange Theory Fitness. And again, I don't have any sponsorships with any of these things.
Right.
But I was really into Orange Theory Fitness when I was at MMC 30. I felt so strong, and everyone can appreciate. I mean, if you see any of the pictures, I'm just the Amazonian on the side, right? I wanted to celebrate my shape and my strength.
Mhm.
And I'm bad at doing that all by myself. So I really love Orange Theory and how they focus on muscle groups and they keep me strong in my core. And so I'm just continuing that. I've already started. I didn't wait until January. I think that's something else that sometimes gets in our way. If we're just going to officially start something on the 1st, why not do a dress rehearsal now? And so I've started back. And so I'm looking at this overall just health and wellness, and then continuing to really share all of that and the benefits of that with everybody else, just encouraging everyone. So, I mean, the rest of it is really the same. I want to be the same person I am today. I want to continue to grow in the direction I'm already growing and giving in the directions I'm already giving. But maybe like some of the physical stuff, I'm changing some surroundings, both spiritually and physically. And I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great year. I really do. I feel like everyone is closer to getting their footing, closer to maybe shedding some of the old things that maybe were in your way, having this very strange time of isolation to reevaluate your identity and what you want out of life. And I think 2022 is a big, okay, let's really do that stuff. Let's really take that next step. And I'm hoping I'm not alone in that. I agree. It can be a great year.
You need to write self-help books too. You need to.
Comes out like I'd have to just record myself and then I guess type it all up, because I
Yes,
feel like
yes.
I'm so much better at just talking about stuff than writing it down, which is why I haven't done a book yet. Can't get it all out of my brain.
All right, after the artist development, then self-help, because this is fabulous information.
Yeah,
Fabulous.
right.
Okay.
I do offer Gen Talks in case anyone would like to get on the screen with me. I do self-help one-on-one.
Yeah.
You know, not like I'm not a licensed anything. This is literally just, it's how I speak now. I ask questions and we talk about life, and I have a comparable story, and we talk about like, what do you think about this? You know, would it be helpful to do this? And just talk about life. You know, it's rewarding for me to do that kind of stuff too. So you can find Gen Talks on my website if you're
We're gonna have
interested.
to look into that. You have so much light.
Thank you.
I don't want to keep you forever, so I'm going to wrap up with, do you have a holiday message for your fans?
My holiday message is the same all year round, because in all fairness, I celebrate Jesus all year round. I celebrate the joy that my faith gives me all year round. And so I really believe, for my Christians out there, love God, love yourself, love others. That's the way the fuel tank goes. You've got to find that higher power, that supernatural strength that will keep going on your behalf when you don't feel like you're strong, right? You've got to lean in and you've got to find that faith. And when you love yourself, just like when you put the oxygen mask on yourself first versus someone else, like you can't fall out and expect to help someone else.
Right.
So love God, then love yourself, love others. And I think the key to all of that is the word love. If you look at what Jesus came to do, to me, he came to show us how to love other people. He came to show us how to lay down our lives, or our what we want out of life, to really show sacrifice in order to love someone else. And I think that shows up, of course, in many different ways in our lives. That inspires me so much. And so I think it's the L word.
Yeah.
Forever and ever and ever. Love, love, love. Love is all.
That is amazing. I think God gave you this amazing talent to draw everyone in so he can work through you and hear not only your voice, but your words and see your light. And you're just amazing. Just fabulous.
You know, I will tell you that it's all very true the way I feel, but I will tell you that it took a lot of time to love myself enough to be useful to other people. And so that was very difficult. And I'm very proud that I can be that light. I mean, again, I just can't imagine living for myself anymore. It doesn't make sense. There were so many years of wanting to just be some big famous person. And all it brought was like bitterness and confusion and like just really uncomfortable stuff. And now I love hearing that I'm doing that I am finally at that place of being a light for other people, because that is the only thing I want to be now.
Right.
And it's a daily commitment to let the light be what shows.
Yes.
Living in an imperfect world.
Yeah.
And being an imperfect person. So I really appreciate the confirmation. And I really hope that what I do and how I live and, you know, what everyone absorbs gets reflected, that it doesn't stop with me.
Yes.
That would make me very
I
happy.
love that you've gotten to a place where you can accept that and embrace it and just take a faith leap, you know, and do that for people.
Yes, absolutely.
You really are a shining light for a lot of people, and we appreciate it. So I just want you to know. And of course, we're all going to tune in for the big concert.
Yay!
And hear your amazing talent and hear more of your stories. We hope you will share. And I just can't thank you enough for being with us today and spreading positivity. And thank you so much.
It is my pleasure. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all of you. I hope you experience the love and joy that is for you this Christmas, regardless of what you're going through. It is there for you every day.
InnerTeenment.